Good morning everyone. Welcome you all to our channel Edunation 365. This is our first video and you all are first viewers and therefore very special to us. In this video, I'm going to go over few things that you need to know if you want to ace the UPSC exam. I'm not going into the actual subjects but give you a bird's eye impression on UPSC. I hope you will find this video useful and hopefully you will come back for more in the future as well. Now let's get started. Now that you're watching this video, it is given that you are either beginning to know about UPSC or is already an aspirant and wants to know more about it. Let us begin with a few generic things about the UPSC Civil Service Examination. UPSC, a dream exam for millions of Indians, isn't it? That is evident by the fact that approximately 10 lakh candidates apply for the exam every year, and out of which over 4 lakh appear for the first stage, that is prelims. This is a mind-boggling number given the fact that multiple career options are up for grabs in this globalized world. But surprisingly, still the craze for UPSC is intact, just because the power it gives to your wings once you get in. Are you one among them who is willing to test your feet in this world of UPSC? Are you surrounded with uncertainties? Then this video is for you. There are thousands of videos that talk about how to crack, smash UPSC and all, but there are not many that actually talk about things that a candidate has to know before entering into this crazy world. The intention of this video is exactly that, to fill that vacuum, to enlighten certain things that the interested candidate needs to know before becoming a serious aspirant. Now let's move on. So here, as you can see, everything starts with why. Why do people choose UPSC? Why not the any other State Public Service Commission exam? This is a good question to ask, by the way, before we do anything. But how many of us has an answer for this question, right? Why can people spend the same amount on State Public Service Commission or RRB or SSC, etc., where there are high chances of selection? Knowing despite how hard the UPSC is, people still opt for UPSC. And the reason you should know why you are going to opt for UPSC despite all the challenges it poses. So it is important to sit back for a while and think deeply and always have a structured answer as to why UPSC. So you need to have a clear-cut answer while preparing for the UPSC, so as to why you want to become a IAS or IPS, or for that matter any of the services that the UPSC has to offer in its notification. There are around 20 services. I will get to that in a bit. So you might have an inspiring story to join the civil services, right? Be it a staunch officer that you might have witnessed, or be it a disturbing event which you think that could have handled better at bureaucracy level, and so on and so forth. So it is important to have this understanding at the start of your preparation and not after clearing mains. So I repeat, you need to have a clear-cut mindset of why you are opting for UPSC, so that it will make your journey easier. So let me begin by listing out few things that the aspirants generally believes in. So all four here that you see on my screen: UPSC is an IAS only exam, UPSC is tough, you need to be born intelligent, and it requires a 24/7 hard work. These are all myths as far as I am concerned. Let's try to crack the myths behind it. Firstly, UPSC is an IAS only exam. This is a myth because along with IAS and IPS, UPSC offers 20 more services in its notification: Indian Foreign Service, Indian Revenue Service, Information Service, so on and so forth. So it is important to note that only handful number of students get selected for IAS. I should say anywhere around between 150 to 180 per year get selected for IAS. So same is the case with IPS. So whatever the remaining among the 1000 postings per year. So that's a huge number, right? Are they not important? Are they irrelevant? No, they are all important. I want you guys to focus on the other services of the UPSC as well. And next myth is UPSC is tough. Undoubtedly, UPSC is tough. No beating around the bush. It is one of the toughest exams in the country. This requires persistent hard work, consistency, and at most dedication. The success rate is very low, but that doesn't necessarily should be a roadblock if you're consistent enough. So hope you guys got this point. Let's move on to the next myth, which is you need to be a born intelligent. This is not at all true, because no one is born intelligent. Knowledge is acquired. Intelligence isn't inherited. It comes from how we coordinate ourselves with the people and our surrounding environment, isn't it? And need not be a brilliant student as well. Being a brilliant student helps you during the preparation, but you can succeed otherwise too. So you still don't believe me? Then check out the education eligibility criteria mentioned by the UPSC itself. Look at the screen here. What is UPSC asking from an aspirant? It is just asking a degree equivalent to a graduate from a central or a state or a deemed, or even a degree received through correspondence or a district education, or for that matter even the open university. So if you look at the qualifications here, it just says that you need to have a recognized bachelor's degree, and it doesn't mention about any percentages or any grades, right? So when the commission itself is clear on this, then why you doubt yourself? You shouldn't. So please go ahead, even if your grades are not that great. Last myth is it requires 24/7 hard work. So let's get into the details of it. Actually, UPSC preparation is undeniably draining process. Everyone knows that it is draining. It tests your patience, but saying that, you still have time. It's like any other exam. You surely can watch a movie and hang out with friends to take your mind off for some time. So it is up to you to make sure that things don't go haywire. I repeat, things don't go haywire. Even if during this process, if you feel lost, I recommend you to come back to your UPSC daily routine as soon as possible. Okay. Next, there are aspirants who clear the exams with a full-time job, and there are aspirants who haven't cleared with full-time preparation. So what does this say? That there is no fast and hard rule that you need to spend 24 hours a day for preparation. That if the time spent in studying is optimally utilized, you are still going to stand a chance. So I repeat that you don't have to spend 24/7. You don't have to be unemployed. You can still be employed and you can crack the exam, right? Let's go to the next slide, which is age-old saying that there is no substitute for hard work. Only those who put in a lot of hard work coupled with smart work. I repeat, hard work plus smart work together will get you the UPSC, right? Just with the hard work without any direction, you will go nowhere. You have to couple your hard work with smart work. So this is important. So you need to have a clear distinction of what is hard work and what is a smart work. Okay, now we understand the nuance of UPSC. Let us try to answer the questions that make you sleepless. The first one among them is, how do you decide if you are, I repeat, how do you decide if you are the right candidate for the exam? Let me try to put this in perspective. Even the topper, let me repeat, even the topper of this exam, year after year, at some point might have felt if he or she is good enough to crack the exam, right? So if you think exam is tough, but you have what it takes and ready to take up the challenge, then this exam is for you. This exam is for you if you understand the basic behind this. Let me make it more simpler for you. Over 10 lakh appear for exam every year, out of which 4 lakh appear for prelims, out of which around 11,000 clear prelims. If I tell you this is the scenario, this is quite overwhelming. Reason, we are filtering down from 10 lakh to 11,000. What if I put it in a different perspective? Like all you have to do is 98 to 100 or 105 marks out of 200, which is close to 50% of prelims marks. So if you are able to get this much of marks, then you should be able to get into this 11,000. So this is the perspective you need to be in while preparing for the UPSC. You shouldn't bother about the number of applicants, number of prelims givers and all. This will pull you down. So this is the one you need to follow, right? How do you decide if this is not for you? And this is as important as the previous question, right? This is important because if you're feeling impatient, like you cannot wait until you succeed, or if you're feeling inconsistent in your approach, or if you're feeling complacent, like if you felt like I have done everything and I'm going to clear the exam, all these approaches are going to get you nowhere. Sorry to say this, but there are more heartbreaking stories than the success ones in the UPSC. So you need to be aware of that fact that these three will get you nowhere. You need to be consistent, you need to work hard, and you need to play smart. And next, UPSC provides a level playing field. What does this mean? An inclusive field, which means that it allows people from diverse backgrounds, different demographics, and gives them a fair shot. Degrees like medical science aren't accessible and affordable in India to a large section of people. But luckily, UPSC allows a medical science student and art student the same opportunity to clear the exam. You can be a part of this story too, right? Looking at how things are for you. Lastly, I would like to give you few takeaways if you would wish. The first one is consistency. As we discussed earlier, there is no single ranker out there who is inconsistent in their approach and still topped the exam. So there is no shortcut here. This is the shortcut. Being this consistent is a shortcut. So people often ask me, how do I check my consistency? There are ways to check the consistency. One is periodic self introspection, and the next one is revisions, weekly or monthly. So once you do this, you should be able to understand you better than anyone else, right? Okay, let's get to the other point, which is the syllabus breakdown. This might sound so silly, but trust me, more than 60%, I repeat, more than 60% of the aspirants doesn't know the difference between the prelims syllabus and main syllabus. Both are different and you need to dress different for both the occasions. There is no one formula fits all. So you need to be aware of this. And the next one is surround yourself with the like-minded friends. So it is always good to surround yourself with the people who share the same belief as you, so that you can keep your spirits high all the time. Let me put it this way. Just try to replace your daily cricket or movie chit-chats with the economic policies and world politics with your friends. Fun, isn't it? You need to try those. And the next one is avoiding mood swings. What do I mean by avoid mood swings? It is obvious that it is a draining process, and you might take 1 or 2 years, and during this 1 or 2 years of your lifetime, you might lose loved ones. You might dragged into some other events, parties and festivals. So it is up to you that you don't take any of them seriously. You need to maintain the balance and be calm. And the next thing is find a way to rejuvenate. How do you be calm when you get into the mood swings? This is the answer. You need to go to workout, or you do yoga, or meditation, whatever makes you feel comfortable. And the next one is ability to take a road less travel. So you want to achieve what 1% of people achieve, right? By giving this exam, only 1% will clear the final interview process. If you are going to do this, you need to do what that 1% actually does. So you need to take the road less travel. And the next one is embrace the pain and seek discomfort, right? As you can see on my screen here, you don't grow when you are comfortable. So don't be comfortable, seek for discomfort. Like they say, innovation comes from necessity. Unless you feel the necessity, we don't invent anything. So feel the necessity of getting into UPS. Only that will get you to the final mile of UPSC, right? And finally, get ready to sacrifice a little. After all, you're going to become an IAS or IPS. Without sacrifice, nothing is going to happen, right? Thanks guys, that's pretty much about it. Hope you guys like the video. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel Edunation 365 and help us grow. Comment if you want to make videos on anything. We are planning to roll out more videos in coming months. Stay tuned and goodbye till our next video.